I'm standing here outside of the Courtyard Marriott Hotel in downtown Tampa. You can see it right behind me. It's right here at the intersection of Tampa and Cass Streets. As you may be able to see the street signs behind me. And I want to show you something. Here, laying on the bench, behind me, is a man. He's a homeless man. This homeless man, I tried to assist into getting home. He's been homeless here for a few months, and he's been sleeping on this bench every night. When I first encountered the man, he was asking some people for a slice of pizza when he was walking down the sidewalk, down the street at Eddie and Sam's Pizza. They gave him the slice of pizza. Then he asked to use their cell phone, which they didn't want to do that. And he stood there arguing with them about using the cell phone. I overheard what was going on, and I told him, come on over and we'll use my phone, we'll make the phone call you need to make. The phone call he needed to make was to try to call his father, who lives in Ohio. We got a hold of his father on the phone, and he had quite a conversation with his father. His father wants him to try to come home. The man is 60 years old. He's got health ailments. He's not even from the Tampa area. The last place where he lived was up in Lake County. And somehow he wound up in Brooksville. From what I've put together, he was Baker active, and he was taken to a hospital in Brooksville. But then in Brooksville, they placed him in a car, drove him to Tampa, and dropped him off outside of the Salvation Army. If that's correct, what happened, that's called hospital dumping, and that's highly illegal. Now, who knows what the actual circumstance is or what happened, but I think that that situation of the hospital dumping needs to be looked into. Now, back to the situation about me trying to help him. I was in touch with his father. We got him a hotel room for the night, a motel room, a cheap motel down on Kennedy, and he was supposed to sleep. He did get a shower, but he didn't sleep. He was up all night going to the office, banging on the door, and keeping the Indian man that owns the motel awake, trying to use the telephone, getting them to make phone calls, which really didn't make a lot of sense. Now, that shows that his mental capacity is not there. He's got the health problems where he's urinating all over himself. He smells very badly of urine. When he has to urinate, he can't go far. He's urinated on the sidewalks. The other night when I was out here talking to him, he made it over here beside the Marriott, urinated on the side of the building. The next morning, we went to the coffee shop, which is right down the street here. And the girl at the coffee shop came out and told him that he can't sit there. She brought him a cup of coffee for free, but then told him he can't sit there. He had to take the coffee and leave because of complaints from the customers. Now, I'm not going to say she was wrong. She's totally correct. And it may sound mean to treat him that way, but he does and did smell very, very strongly of urine, very badly. What I did ask her was, since he's been coming there every morning for a couple of months, instead of telling him about the urine and telling him he had to go away, why did she not call the police department and try to make a social services call to have some kind of help arranged for him? But what I do know is here in the city of Tampa, there's not much help. The police officers will come out, which I experienced myself with him and with other individuals. They'll come out, they'll talk to him, even though their mental capacity does not seem there to where they're making proper decisions, the officers will simply say, well, he said he doesn't want help, there's nothing I can do, instead of looking into it further. And that happened just the other morning with me and this gentleman. Now, I've gotten in touch with his father again. His father got in touch with Tampa Police Department, and I did get a call back from the police department asking me if I knew where he was at. Well, it was hours later. It was in the middle of the day. I had no idea where he was at. But I do see where he's at right now. Back sleeping on this bench. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to call his father again. I'm going to call the Tampa Police Department again. I have his name. I have his information. I have his father's contact information. His father wants to have him picked up and checked out medically. We're going to see what happens. Now, like I said, again, I'm going to tell you, this is a very, very common problem in Hillsborough County and the city of Tampa, where the officers will come out, they'll talk to the individual, and they'll just leave them there. They'll do nothing. No social services, regardless of their age, regardless of their mental capacity, they'll just leave them, just like what you see. Millions of dollars was given to Hillsborough County to open a homeless shelter. Instead of opening the shelter, they gave funds to Metropolitan Ministries, who in 2003 stopped serving the single male homeless population. I can link the story from the newspaper below so you can see this. And they gave the money to DACO. DACO opened a 75-bed facility. 75 beds. Who does that serve? When the people that are going to that facility, the Community Housing Solutions Center, are being put back on the street. How is it helping anybody? That was money flushed down the drain. And it's definitely not assisting people like this man here. Now, we need more people to stand up. We need more people to ask questions. We need more people to raise the awareness of how this money is getting spent. The new year is coming up, 2016. They're going to be given more money. What are they going to do with this money? Are they going to do the proper thing and open a shelter so that these people can get some help? Or are they just going to continue with the same thing, handing the money off to their friend organizations in Tampa instead of opening a shelter? I think it's wrong. It's very wrong. It's getting colder now. I know we're in Florida, but it does get cold in Florida. And this man's laying out here like this. What does it take for somebody, an officer, somebody to drive by and see this and do something? Or does the man just die there? Like, it seems that they just will ignore the homeless, leave them out on the streets, leave them out on the benches, and, well, one day they'll die and they won't have to worry about them. Like my friend Bill recently died. Like my friend Blaine recently died. And like other homeless people have died on the streets. Those are just a few less homeless people that they have to worry about. Please, 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 share this video. Share this video with the Tampa City Council, with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, with the police department. Share it with the county commissioners, and share it in your areas too. Maybe, just maybe, we can get the message out and help people like this man right here. This is wrong. We've got to do something. We cannot continue to allow this to happen. Thank you for watching this video. Please share it. We've got to get the message out.